What up, everyone? Back for the second podcast today, Sunday, October 22nd, 2023, MMAOB Daily Podcast. Adam Martin, Big Marcel, your co-host for today's podcast. Marcel, we just recapped UFC 294. If you guys missed it, go back, watch the podcast. We talk about all the fights, Volkanovski, Hamza, and of course, rip that fucking doctor that ruined 2 fights on the card. So go back and watch that. But Marcel, I think we get into some fight announcements now, my friend. I'm going to pull up your Instagram right now. Give you some love there, brother. We'll go through some fights. And there's some good ones that got announced. Let's see here. All right. Share screen. Big Marcel. There's a reason they call him Big Marcel, by the way. All right, let's just go through it. So this is official. I think our boy Mike Hecht broke the news. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a step up for Malott. It's definitely a step up. He's been fighting guys that are not ranked. Adam Fugate, Johan Lioness, Mickey Gall. He looked great against those guys. And then now he's stepping up and fighting a serious veteran of the sport, Neil Magny, a guy who's been there. What do you have? 31 fights in the UFC. Boy, I mean, it's not an easy fight for Mike. I'll tell you the truth, Marcel. Like, I love Mike Malott. I love him. I'll probably end up picking him. I'm a little bit biased, guys. But I mean, this is not a hard fight for anyone in this division. Like, Neil Magny is a very, very, very experienced fighter. He's good everywhere. You know, he's just good everywhere. He's solid everywhere. Good striking, good grappling. I don't think he looked good at all in his last fight. That's why I'm kind of thinking Mike can get this done, because Neil got smashed pretty hard, especially with the leg kicks against Ian Gary. Did nothing in that fight. But at the same time, as much as I like Mike, is he at the level of Ian Gary? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I think, but I'm not sure. So, again, we have, 3 months to make a pick here. I'm not going to do it today in this podcast, guys, but I just think it's Mike's hardest fight by far. What do you think?
Yeah, of course it is. Neil Magny is like the ultimate gatekeeper. How disrespectful that sounds, but it is what it is. He's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. Listen, man, if Mike Malott wants something in this division, he needs to beat Neil Magny. It's pretty simple like that, So, yeah, we'll see. It's a fun stylistic matchup. I think you got the established guy against the guy who wants to make a run in the division. So we'll see how it ends up. Will be a fun one, I think.
No, I think it's a good fight. There's no doubt about that. Like, I think it's the right step for Mike, because I think he deserved a top 15 guy, and Neil's number 14. I just think it's a hard fight for anyone in the division. All right. There wasn't a bunch, but we'll go through the ones that were announced. Josh Emmett versus Giga Chikadze. This is a great fight, man. Number 6 versus number 8. I mean, Josh just keeps fighting these like banger kind of fights. By the way, his rib looks really fucking weird here. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
His rib?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
What the hell happened there?
Other side as well, by the way. I don't know.
That's weird. Giga's so good at striking, man. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think about this one? Get your thoughts. What do you think about this
fight came out of nowhere, pretty much.
I know.
Okay, listen, man. I think Emmett, he's still super tough, but he's getting older, man. And I think Giga can win this fight. That's what I think. It's a 3-rounder. Giga can win.
That is kind of like I really like Josh Emmett, man. The guy's a fucking warrior. He's really he's been in so many good fights. But my God, that last fight with Topuria, that's a career-changing beating, in my opinion. And Giga's 8-1. He might be 9-1 after this fight. Giga's a good fighter still. Like, I know he got kind of fraud checked by Cater. I get that, but stylistically, Marcel, I'm kind of leaning his way too a little bit, because man, Josh Emmett took so much damage in the last fight, and it just scares me. Let's get some comments. Ray Charles, what's up, brother? Malott by sub. I mean, I hope so. That would be amazing. You like Giga? Giga Chad? I love it. Giga Rex. I think so too. Giga. Yeah, you guys don't like him. Sorry to hate you, Josh. Someone wrote that, eh? Yeah, right here. That's so funny. I think they know Josh is kind of at the end of his career. This might be his last fight. It's possible. And I think they kind of are trying to see if they can, reestablish Giga as a contender. It's also Giga's last chance, because if Giga loses this fight, that's kind of it for him as a contender too. I think he's still leading the UFC, but he wouldn't be a top guy. It's a good fight, though. I really like this fight. I mean, there's no doubt about it. All right, a couple other fights here. Shamil Gaziev against Martin Budai. I'm a little surprised they did this fight, just because Budai's 4-0 in the UFC, and Shamil is making his debut. I guess the UFC is not very impressed with Martin Budai. That's my guess, Marcel, because I don't really understand it otherwise. Like, you'd think Budai would have like deserved a ranked guy or something. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel the same way. He beat Parisian last time, but I think it was one of his first finishes.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why. And by the way, before people asking me like, I always say like I always do it on ranking how I make these pictures, and so Budai should have been on the left side, but I couldn't find a good picture of Gadzhiev where he was posing like Budai, so I was like, we switch it around, But yeah, I mean, Budai is 4-0 in the UFC, but in my opinion, that Dresky fight or whatever, I don't think that was a good decision. But okay, he's 4-0. We'll see, man, against Gadzhiev. Listen, man, Gadzhiev started very well in his fight in the Contender Series. Then he got the Duke guy took his back out of nowhere, and then he still finished the fight. So yeah, we'll see. Kind of an odd matchup, I think.
Who do you lean in this fight? Like, do you have a lean?
No.
They look alike too, by the way.
Yeah.
They look pretty fucking similar. Like, I think what's his name? Budai got shaved that like the mustache thing, and then he'll have like the same, and they could shave his head a little bit too. I gotta be honest with you. I think I'm leaning Budai a little bit, Marcel. I gotta be honest because of the experience, and also like, man, I know Gadzhiev won that fight and he submitted the guy or whatever, or what was it? TK? I can't remember against Blasco. He submitted him. Yeah, rear naked choke. He got put in some bad spots too, though, in that fight. It wasn't that impressive to me. I don't know. I'm not sold on the guy yet. I'm not sold on him yet. He's actually older, which is surprising too, because he hasn't fought in the UFC yet. Yeah. I think Budai is decent. He's underrated a little bit. A couple other comments here. Tough first fight for Budai. I agree. They like him. Budai's fighting your local butcher. I agree with Adam. Budai's inserted the rankings the last 2 weeks. Wondering why. Oh, that's probably why then. That's exactly why. Kind of fun that it's fun too because the guy Shimobi is most likely fighting the night before. Oh, Velasco, your boy, is he fighting a CFFC? That's so funny, Zach. So wonder you think Charles would have beat this bull? Oh, so you did ask this question in the last chat. On short notice, it's possible. Charles is a great fighter, man. I mean, he's great. So this is the other fight that was announced: Cody, Garbrandt, Brian Kelleher, and this is the fight that new matchmaker Joe, not Joe Silva, whoever Joe Reeves. He made this fight. I don't know. Everyone's saying this is such a great matchup. Do you really love it that much? To be honest with you,
it's okay. It's not like something special in my opinion.
I agree.
People were mad at me for announcing this fight. I was like, guys, listen. The thing was like Brian Kelleher apparently posted that he was going to announce his fight on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani, and. I didn't even see that. I got 3 sources who confirmed to me that fight. So I posted it, and then somebody was like, "You outscooped Kelleher." I was like, "Oh fuck!" I probably wouldn't have posted it if he was going to announce it himself, because I don't want to be a dick. And people were like, "Yeah, you can still delete it." Blah. I was like, "Guys, it's out.
Yeah.
Why should I delete it? It's no thing anymore. Yeah, you probably only care about the clicks. Don't even get paid for the clicks. So what are you talking about?" But. Yeah, it's an okay fight, We'll see. Looking forward to how Kelleher comes back after his injury, and Cody. Yeah, let's see how Cody still does. I think he did okay against Trevin Jones. Wasn't great. Joe Rogan was like, "This is the best Cody we've probably ever seen." I was like, "Dude, come on." We'll see. We'll see how both guys are standing.
Yeah, no, we'll see. No, you're 100% right. I don't know. I don't think it's the best fight. I mean, like, looking at the comments, some people like it. But is this the guy Joe Reeves? Let me see his profile. Joe Reeves 2.0.
Where?
That's Mark. If you click on that, it is him actually.
Okay.
This is the guy. Let's take a look at his profile actually. Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's him. Okay. Oh, that's the card. Why we want?
Okay, here's the card. Here's the card. I mean,
it's a fun card, but the UFC would never do that probably. But it's a very fun card.
This is the. So did they just pick a random card, or was it just like did they like this card the best?
Yeah, they like this card the best. Yeah, and yeah.
They picked 5 random winners out of a pool. Of the 5, they picked the best card. Oh, I see what you're saying. So it was really they picked 5 random cards, and then out of the 5, they picked the best one. That's what it was. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad card. It's obviously a really good card, but it's 4 title fights. They would never do it. I'm surprised this won, to be honest with you.
I think it's 3 title fight. I don't think Strickland was champion back then when he.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm just saying, like it would have been. It's a good card. There's no doubt. Yeah. I'm not saying it's not, but this gets you a job with the UFC by doing this. Like
I'm happy for the dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm being a bit of a hater. I'm happy for the guy too, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, good for that guy. I don't want to hate on a dude that's living his dream, but yeah. What is it? Just he's in the army or something? Okay.
Yeah,
it looks like he's an army guy or something. All right, whatever. Yeah. I mean, Dana liked him. Was this another fight? Yeah. Why is this guy getting another fight this year? This Shannon Ross guy. I mean, first off, I'm surprised he woke up for that nap he took against what's the guy's name?
Aguilar.
Jesus Aguilar. I was there, dude. It was like one punch and he went down. He was like this. You know when they're like on the ground like this, like
Aguilar didn't even get a bonus. I think crazy.
I don't know how he didn't. Like they on those big cards, like that one where they're doing so much money, they got to give an extra $50K for knockouts like this. I'm pretty sure this Sung Park guy wins. Pretty sure he wins.
He got the peace of mind, you know. So I think that's his nickname, by the way. He'll win. Yeah, that's
funny. Yeah. Oh, this guy, the Chris Presnell guy. He does like Chinese like MMA.
Yeah.
He broke the news. This is another one. Ketlin versus Macy. Is that 130 or 135?
Yeah.
Did Macy make 135? I don't know. Can she?
I don't know. This got me the same feeling like the Ketlin Vieira Pennington fight last year, the first card of 2023. You know, now we got another likewise.
Not so this year, technically.
Yeah. This year. So it's like, they're probably going to put this on the main card, but I'm like, okay, you know,
we'll see like the co-main event. This card, okay, so it's going to be on a fight night. This fight sucks. Honestly, I kind of feel it's like that Maya and Araujo fight where they ended up letting Maya go after the fight anyways. Like, it's weird how they did co-main event and they let her go. But and then here's another one. Nasrat versus Malarkey. I like this fight. This is a good fight. I would definitely take Nasrat though. 100%.
Me too.
And this isn't even close for me. Malarkey's, I think he's, you know, lucky he won his last fight. I'll say that against Magdesi. Like, it was a very close fight. I think if that fight's in Canada, he loses that fight, you know, for instance. So, and then they cut Magdesi. So, I mean, Malarkey's also like not, you know, exactly in the UFC's good books right now. I think Nasrat wins easily. And then here's another one. Jimmy Flick versus Malcolm Gordon in Toronto. You know, I love Malcolm Gordon, Marcel, a guy that, you know, is from my city, Scarborough, Ontario. That's where I was born and raised. You know, he's a long-time veteran, but never been high on the guy. I will say that it's possible he could win this fight because Jimmy Flick's not very good. He doesn't have a good chin, but he does have a good submission game, and it's possible he could submit Malcolm Gordon. What do you think about this one? Any thoughts?
This is like, and this also, again, no disrespect to the guys, but this is like probably one of the lowest level fights that they can make in the flyweight right now. Malcolm Gordon has a good chance to win here. I feel the same way, you know. I feel like, Jimmy Flick didn't look good in this last fight. Malcolm
Who did he fight? Guy's legs kicked out. Who was it?
Was he fighting Charles Johnson?
No, there was another one, wasn't there? Oh, was it Charles Johnson? Yeah, it might have been, eh?
I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was too.
I think was the first one.
No, Alessandro Costa. That was.
He got actually
destroyed. Yeah, he got destroyed. Yeah.
He lost 2 in a row actually.
Yeah. You know what? It's hard to pick him, eh? It is.
Yeah, picking Gordon.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I that's kind of probably what I'm going to lean to. And we'll see though. All right, I think that's it because these ones I think we talked about. I think we talked about these last time. Yeah, didn't we? I think we talked about the last.
I don't know for sure, but possible. Yeah.
Okay, well. Yeah, I think we did, but either way, yeah. I mean, this is an interesting fight. Like, I don't know why Barrio gets a ranked guy, and then I like this fight a lot too. I thought we talked about it. Either way, it's no big deal. Let's get some questions, guys. We'll take a few questions and answers right now. We got a few minutes to talk about. Let's go. I'll get through to them. I'll go through them again because I know that you guys asked them. Ross deserved to get KO'd for sure. The guy took the obvious fights. I agree. I mean, I don't think it's the best, you know. But again, good for that dude. You know, it's like he's a hard-working guy. What are your top 3 fights you dislike the most? Bilal, number 1. Oh, 3 fighters you dislike the most? Dylan Danis. I don't like him. Now he's being released by Bellator and he wants to sign with UFC. I hope they don't sign that guy. I really hope they don't. Do you have anyone you dislike? Is there anyone?
There are a few I don't really like, but I don't think it's very smart to say.
Yeah, I don't say it. I would say just like I don't like Dylan really. I find he's a clout chaser. And there's guys like there's
barely a fighter. So
bad dudes like War Machine and like Travis Fulton. Those guys are just bad people. Joe Sun, you know, Marcel. Those are people I don't like. But you know, as far as like fighters in UFC go, there's no one I really dislike. You know.
But why do you have that big poster in the room from Greg Hardy?
No, that guy didn't. Yeah, that's another guy that's not a good guy though, right? Like I didn't think he was even a good fighter. So it's like he's a bad fighter and a bad guy. It's like, why is he in the UFC? You know, Hernandez is cutting to 135. Or was he joking? Who's he talking about?
I hope you're not talking about Alexander Hernandez, but I have no idea.
Oh my god! Headline: Toronto, probably Topuria and Max. What will be the main event? Oh, for the Apex card. Have you heard?
It's super fake, all dude. You know, super fake. I mean, that also that Austin card on December 2nd. You know, I think Magic M reported that it was Green against Hooker. I know it's in the works, but it's not done. Same goes for Darius Arman, which will probably be the co-main event of that card. It's also in the works and not done. I don't even know about December 9th in Shanghai, what they're going to do. They probably the Road to UFC finals will be on that card, so they already have 4 fights. I don't know, man. It's super fake. It's December 16th is set, you know, but all those other 2 cards in December are super vague. January 13th is vague. Toronto is super vague. What's going to happen there? So I don't know, man. We'll see.
No, you're right. All right. You guys see Colby make 155 and face Islam going 170? No. Although apparently Colby doesn't cut any weight. That's what he says. Or Blake might be back. Yeah, they're both chinny as hell. Who's got worse durability issues? Probably Jimmy Flick, which is crazy to say. But Gordon has a bad chin. Antoine, what's up, brother? Glad to have you here. What's your guys' favorite combat sports movie? That's a good question. Man, I don't watch as many movies as I used to. I thought that Warrior one was really good. You know, that was a good movie. I'm just trying to think. Enter the Dragon, maybe. There's some good ones. Some of those Jean-Claude Van Damme movies are good. Any thoughts?
Yeah, same. Listen, man, I love the Karate Kid. You know, when I was a kid, the Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
What is the other kickboxer? Those kind of with the Kumite. I don't know what the thing is anymore. The name of that one. Those kind of movies, like pretty much old school. The newer ones, I think I saw these ones with Michael J. White as well, which are also pretty good. You know, but. I mean, I like action movies, so it's all good. For me, it's like I always like the action movies with a little bit of comedy in it. That's always fun, you know. But those old kind of superhero action movies with Jean-Claude Van Damme, Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day. You had Stallone, you had Steven Seagal. You know, Steven Seagal was actually cage side yesterday, but like these old action hero movies. Rocky, for example, what Beatrice says, I recently watched all the Rockies, so I like that as well.
Those are all good. Antoine says, I missed the first podcast. How did you feel with the Volko knockout? Well, it sucked to see because he's such a good guy, but, you know, that's part of the sport, man. Anyone can get knocked out. It's crazy that he's been knocked out twice in his career, both by head kicks, Marcel? That's kind of interesting. I find that interesting. Is Bonfim, will be ranked at welterweight if he wins? I thought, he's fighting Nicholas Dalby. Why is that the co-main event? Because they're trying to build him, I guess. But Nicholas Dalby should not be the co-main event.
I expect it to be probably Borrello being the co-main event.
You think they're gonna switch it? That makes more sense.
No, I don't know. I don't think they switch it, but I expected that more than Bonfim. You know what I mean?
He's fighting Abus, and I think he wins that fight.
Yeah.
Pato, what's up, brother? Glad to have you here. Rocky not. Well, no, Marcel mentioned it. Never back down. That's right. Is that the one? Todd Duffy's in that one? Is that he's in that? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Thoughts on Gaethje and Garbrandt next? I mean, it's a good fight. I think it makes sense because if Oliveira's going, I was thinking about this yesterday, Pato, because if Oliveira's going to fight for the belt against Islam, Gaethje just can't sit around. I don't think he should sit around, and I don't feel like Gamrot's also deserving a title shot. I do think Gaethje is, but at the same time, why should Gaethje get past Charles? Because you already lost to him. Because Charles gets a cut, that means he loses a title shot. I don't think so. I actually like Gaethje and Gambrat. I think it makes sense. I like that a lot. You know, I think Expendables is another
seen
one
those.
with Randy Couture's in it. Yeah. Dream fight for 2024. Jones Aspinall Wembley. Oof, that'd be a good fight. Do I have a dream fight? I don't know. I don't think Jones Aspinall will happen, but I think Aspinall and Pavlovich could happen. Robbie's underrated. He is underrated, but I just don't think he's co-main event though. You know, I feel bad watching Volk get knocked out. Ground. Yeah, the grounded pound was brutal. Like his way, his head was like his eyes were in the back.
And people are like early stoppage. I was like, what the hell?
I think he's fucking playing a pinball machine. That was crazy. But anyways, yeah. So that's good. Take a few more questions, guys, then we'll get out of here. Did you guys have in Kyle versus Joe Sultan?
Barrio.
I would have picked Barrio as well. Joe Sultan, I thought he was getting undeserved step up in competition. You know, like I know he's got like a lot of wins and stuff, but like he just beat what's that guy's name? The guy he beat.
Bruno Ferreira.
Yeah, like that guy's got one win. I know he beat RoboCop, but you know, I don't feel like that's 1-0. You don't fight against 4-0 in the UFC or 5-0, whatever. File is. Who's Alapolis? Is he an opponent?
He's fighting in January 13, but I don't know against who.
He's on that card. Okay. Pato Sharapola versus the Polish Michael. I like that fight a lot. That's a great fight. That's a great matchup, Pato. There you go. Pato, you should have won the UFC matchmaker contest, not Joe Reeves. It should have been you. I really like that fight. Would they ever do Wembley? Dana says no. Is Wembley outside? Is it outside or is there a roof?
Yeah, it's a football stadium.
Is there a roof? Can they close the roof?
I don't think they can.
Let me check right now. I'm going to read if they can close it.
And you don't want to do an outside event in England.
No, you can't. They can't close the roof. No,
it's like raining fucking 95%.
Do they play soccer in the rain a lot there in England?
Oh,
is there
yeah.
a lot of,
Dude, England is like 95% of the time it's raining. Oh, if it's raining a little bit here, it's shitting rain over there. You know, it's like always 10 times worse.
They're right beside the water, right? So it makes sense, right? Yeah. Or wherever it is, the Atlantic Ocean. All right, so that's good. Anything else you guys want? Any more questions? We'll take them. Okay, here's it. Pato's got a lot of questions. Being matchmaker would be awesome. I tried this Tuesday, didn't get the call, shaking my head. Yeah, well, Joe Reeves had a better card apparently. Although, it's like True said, I think the matchups are obvious. Thought Malott getting a ranked guy for Renat. Yeah, Renat got kind of screwed. Also, Renat's buried on these prelims on the next card.
Yeah,
why?
Against Zaleski.
Why is it buried?
They don't like it.
Renat, they don't like?
No.
Why?
Because I think he's boring.
After he just destroyed Kevin.
Yeah. That's what I don't understand it either.
That's what you've been told. That's what you've been told.
That's what I'm hearing.
That is fucking stupid. Like he beat Brian Battle, who's a really good fighter, and had to take him down. Like what was the other fight he had? Did he? That Andreas Michailidis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's terrible. The guy that fell through the cage. That's the guy.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Malott? Oh yeah, sorry, you just asked me the question. And Mike Malott versus Magny. I like that card too. 295.
It's super top heavy.
Yeah, it's got like two or three good fights. But the thing is, like, it's the 30th anniversary card. You have Diego Lopez versus Pat Sabatini in the main card. Again, those guys are good fighters, but like, that's a main card for Apex. That's an Apex main card.
I gotta ask you this, dude. I mean, do you also feel like normally the UFC would be like, it's the 25th anniversary, it's the 20th anniversary. There is pretty much no advertisement about the 30th anniversary. There is a little bit, but not a lot, you know? It's like they actually don't want to talk about it. I feel, I don't know. It's just weird.
They're not talking about it a lot, and Dana said they're doing something like, 30...
best fighters, yeah.
I saw that, yeah. So that's kind of interesting, but yeah. Dana, yeah. Anyways, that's kind of interesting. All right, let me see. Let's see here. Well, click the wrong button. UFC's so weird with who they like and don't like. Fumi Nakata is one they hate. Why do they hate him? What did he do? I know he's a good prospect. What did he do?
I think he's Aljo's teammate, right? He's a flyweight. Yeah, he's a good fighter. I don't know why.
That's kind of bizarre. That's interesting. All right, what was the other question? I was going to ask you guys think the odds would be for Volkan to appear. Well, Alex will still be favored if he fights.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Marcel said, it's. Are you hearing, Max? Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah, no, it's not what I'm. Nah, I don't know, man. The thing is, listen, if they do this fight in January, I think the odds will be a lot closer. If they do that fight in March, for example, or April, I think Volkanovski would be a bigger favorite. That's how I see it. But but that's pretty much. Listen, man, I'd be surprised if Volk fights in January, man. And imagine he fights in January and he gets stopped again. You know, it's like. It's not good, you know. He should take some time off. I know what he said in the presser that he cannot sit still, but you don't have to sit still. Do something else for a moment. Take your time. Take some rest. Take some time off. I understand, like he said, he can't. And I mean, like I said, easy from behind the screen, you know. But I mean well, you know.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. All right, we'll take a few more questions you guys have for sure. Let's see here. What's next for Imavov? They should just rebook it, bro. They should just rebook it.
I actually want to react to that Abduragimov.
Oh, I didn't miss it. Sorry, I missed this one. Yep.
So I can tell the story now. So at a certain moment, I was I got a message from one side. and I can say who it is. It was Eliseo Zaleski dos Santos' side. And they asked me, like, do you know if Abduragimov accepted the fight against Aslan Paris? I was like, I don't know, but I can ask Abdul, you know? So I go to Abdul, I was like, dude, did you get a fight in Paris? He's like, no, what you're talking about? So I tell him the story. And he's like, what the hell? You know, he's like, I haven't heard anything. And he asked Fernand as well. He's like, Fernand hasn't heard anything either. So that's crazy. So I go back to Zaleski's side and I tell him, like, listen, they haven't got anything from the UFC. And he's like, that's crazy. We got this offer two weeks ago, but I haven't heard since. So he got to Shelby, and Shelby tells him, like, yeah, we wanted to make that fight, but then the card was pretty full already. So I don't know if we're going to make that fight. So apparently they reached out to Zaleski's side and they didn't reach out to Abduragimov's side. So at that moment, Zaleski got booked against Renat on the card in Sao Paulo, and they never signed Abduragimov, who signed with PFL.
Okay, well, there you go. There's the story. Oh, Tristan, good job, man. Nice job. I mean, like I said, I had some doubts about it, but I mean, the guy clearly is fucking incredible. And like, really, if you did bet on him, you made, you know, good bank because the odds were half the prices last time, right? We're doing good, man. Thanks for asking, buddy.
Thanks, man.
I'm so excited for. Oh yeah, this is a good fight too. Rubeski and Narulo Aliyev. Uliev, is that you combined both the names?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's good. There's no doubt. Thanks for the inside scoop. They fumbled it. Yeah, they fucked up on that. There's no doubt. Updated Rosenstrike. I don't know. I mean, has he lost? Did he lose his last fight? I can't remember anymore.
Yeah, he lost to Almeida the last fight.
He got smoked.
Nothing there right now.
I like Rosenstrike, but I mean, his ground game is just. There is no ground game. Let's be honest. It's like if Marcel was like on his back, it'll be like that. I agree with the Volkanovski break. Adam and Marcel. Do you guys like the Holloway Tapera intro? Yeah, and Marcel saying that's likely. So we just talked about this fight, Patrick.
Yeah, we just talked about it.
Yeah, you gotta go back and listen. I'll make you do that. I'm gonna make you do that today. We've asked you all the other questions. We'll take like a couple more questions, but I want to get out of here, Marcel, at the same time. I think we've answered a lot. It's 27. Yeah, we'll take like 2 more questions here, guys, if you have. But what else do you have going on, Marcel, while I wait for a couple of questions? Anything else you got going on there?
Not much. I have to write a Cage Warriors preview, Rome.
This week I'm
probably going to do that. I just got told the top 3 fights, so I can start. So, that's it pretty much. I don't have a lot this upcoming week, I think. So.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, a couple more questions. You're anything about Ikram and Alskarov or Imavov? Is that true?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Any truth to Hooker and Green? We just talked about this, and yeah, there's truth to it. Yep.
It's in the works.
We watched Free to Go. Yeah. I'll probably. I'm not going to pay for it, but I'll watch it. I'll find a way to watch it. Heard some weird things. Yeah, it's possible, Patrick. I mean, you were at CES. Hey, Patrick, I'll ask you a question. You got any juicy rumors or anything at CES last night because you were there, Cage Fight Man, or 2 nights ago? Let me know. We're at 20 minutes. Yeah, I think we'll end it in a second here. Let's see if Patrick answers your question. But yeah, Marcel, no, it was good. It was good to do the 2 shows today, back to back. Always like to give you guys content. It's Sunday here, Marcel. You've already watched your football. Now I get to watch my football, my American football, the better football. You know, not that soccer stuff.
Football.
I'm just joking. Your team lost, and yeah.
You don't have to say that.
You have a prediction for this? Nagano Fury? I mean, Fury by knockout. I think Francis will do good in the first round, and that's it. And you know what? It's possibly could drop Fury, but I don't think he'll knock him out. Remember that time Fury fought? Was it Wilder? And he like woke up like the Undertaker from the dead. You remember that? You've seen that? Tyson Fury's a fucking beast, dude. He's a fucking monster. You know, he's huge too. Sadly, nothing. Brendan Warwick's the fight and one if Bellator resolves. Oh yeah, Bellator's resolving. Michael Page looks like he's going to sign with Bellator too. All right, guys, let's get out of here. We appreciate everyone joining us today. We'll be back probably next Monday at the regular time, 5 p.m. to break down the next UFC card, Sao Paulo. Appreciate you guys joining. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about it, guys. Have a great weekend, everyone. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.